Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic message from your spirit guides. Today I'm going to ask you to please use your intuition to select one of these three groups, either group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. I will go ahead and link the timestamps below so you can skip ahead to your reading. If you enjoy your reading, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me continue to create content for you guys, and I love you so much. I'm grateful just for the energy exchange today, and I can't wait to see what you're reading. Thanks again for being here, and namaste. Hi there. If you selected group 1, then you chose this beautiful Prehnite stone. So Prehnite is known to be the healer of healers, and this is also very helpful for cleansing and opening up the heart chakra. This stone is very helpful if you practice any kind of healing modalities, such as Reiki or other forms of energy work like Qigong or light work in general. This is such a beautiful, beautiful stone, and it helps clear your intuition, but mostly it helps you find your heart-centered intuition, that which you love, that which you value, and it helps balance out giving and receiving, but mostly it tunes you into the higher heart, which is unconditional love. With that in mind, let's take a look at the oracle card that you picked. Ooh, and you have empath or highly sensitive person. So this lets me know that you are likely very sensitive to energies, and you could be one that absorbs the energy of those around you, or you're very good at tuning into other people's energies. You are some sort of energy worker, either consciously or unconsciously, and, well, the fact that you picked Prehnite, oh my goodness, kind of lets me know already that you are highly intuitive, you are an empath, and you do let your feelings guide most of your decisions. Your feelings are connected to your intuition, and this is a great way to pick up on what the universe and your higher self is trying to tell you. Sometimes it might be a little bit difficult to differentiate what's coming from you versus what's coming from those around you. Now, when you tune into your own energy, you think about what you value, what your morals are, what you like, what you don't like, and you pay attention to the way that things make you feel mentally, physically, emotionally, vibrationally. This can allow you to have better clarity on, one, who you are, get to know yourself a little better, and also be able to not only pick up on things those things that people around you put off, but also be able to have a better understanding of your place in the universe, as well as differentiating what's yours versus what's theirs. A lot of times, if you're an empath, you could be picking up on things that you don't ask to pick up on, and this can sometimes be a little bit of a burden. Now, it's really helpful to make sure that you're doing your own energy work and you're putting yourself first just a little bit harder. Empaths are not selfish people. A lot of times it's very much the opposite, and you can't always be there for everybody else. You can't always do everybody else's work for them. You can sometimes pick up on things about other people that they don't even pick up about themselves, and sometimes it's just best to focus your own energy on yourself. In doing so, this helps you create a stronger sense of self, like a force field almost around you, and you can create actually an energetic filter so that only things of a certain vibration or higher, or things that resonate with certain things, will even come through. So as you practice setting your energetic barrier, you might be surprised at what is coming through. The thicker your filter is, the more precisely you will be able to call in things, people, places, things, events that resonate with you the most. So that being said, let's get into the tarot. Angels, spirits, and guides, please help me connect to the best possible energy for group 1. Please help them find light, love, and clarity, through their situation. I'm actually hearing okay, wow. So you are very intuitive, or you have some chatty guides. You have the Hanged Man, the Moon, 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and what wants to come out? Yes, okay. And the 2 of Pentacles. All right. You are realizing what belongs to you and what doesn't. You are closing cycles that you are closing a cycle that you thought was going to last forever in some way, shape, or form. And the process of doing this has caused you to come into a deeper sense of awareness of your own emotions. There are some deep-rooted things that have been lying dormant within your cells that you are just now becoming reawakened to. So the Hanged Man always reminds me of the story of Odin discovering the runes, as is alluded to on this card. Now, Odin wanted to discover arcane knowledge. He wanted to understand the universe, so he purposefully hung himself upside down by a tree, by his foot, to let all the energy go to his head, and he almost died. He consciously put himself within an inch of death in order to receive these messages. And what ended up happening is he got within an inch of his life. He learned everything he could have ever needed to know in order to learn anything else he wanted to know, which was the runes. And the very last piece that he learned was how to save himself from this position. So, this lets me know there's likely a situation like this where you're realizing that in your search for knowledge, or your search for success, or your search for emotional fulfillment, whatever this is really just a journey of you getting to know yourself better and balancing yourself out. I'm being called to these two light and dark wolves that are howling at the full moon. They're howling together. They are, they're worshiping the same thing, but from two different perspectives. And whatever you are, if you are a light worker, you could be getting in touch with your dark side a little bit. If you are, into witchy stuff, you could be experiencing light work a little bit. And then to even get halfway through the spread here, you have the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. You're realizing that light and dark make a whole, that there are many different parts of you. In astrology, there are 12, and this pretty much reigns true for everything. There are 12 dimensions. There are 12 of pretty much everything, but this is what? 1 and 2. And this, in and of itself, is the dualistic nature of the very realm that we live in. You're realizing that this applies to you, and that you can learn and grow from all different angles of yourself. You're learning yourself more, and you're attracting love into your life in so many different ways. There's an energy of you're not doing other people's work anymore. You are healing yourself, and it's like you're getting into those last little bits and pieces that were stored up in your heart chakra for so long that maybe you didn't even realize were there. You're definitely a healer, whether you realize it or not. Your energy in and of itself is very healing to others. And you could be a little bit tired of this emotional roller coaster that goes along with this, but as you stand in your power more, you are realizing that you create your own reality. I'm seeing 1, 2, 2, but also the way that you... So number 2 also has to do with the material realm. It is Taurus, which is a very, very materialistic sign. It's very grounded, a little bit practical, and also rules wealth and speech as well. So all of these things are coming together, and you're realizing that it's not material or emotion. It's not spirit or groundedness. It's not spirituality or practicality. It's everything put together into a puzzle. And you are helping other people realize this, but first and foremost, you are releasing everyone else's energy and focusing on what makes you happy. And because of this, you're magnetizing things that bring you personal fulfillment, heighten your awareness, likely bring you more physical abundance as well, and help you feel more confident in yourself. Your willpower is stepping up a notch. With the Four of Wands, this might have to do with bringing some kind of spiritual practice or healing modality or using your intuition in order to actually create a better, happier home life for yourself. Now, this can have to do with implementing a physical routine, standing in your feminine energy a little bit more, or just the way that you do things around the house, or even with your work, whatever this is. Now, you're following your flow a little bit more because you're putting your own fulfillment and happiness first. With the Two of Pentacles coming under the root chakra, there's this element of, should you trust your intuition or should you trust your practicality? And the answer there is just yes. Yes, both. The amount of 2s that are coming up in this reading, and also we got the 8 and the 4, which are also divisible by 2. These are all energies of dualistic nature. You have done the deep shadow work. You have tightened up your routine, focused on your home life, balanced your masculine and feminine energies here, and you're ready to open up this new cycle of life. Now, there's a little bit of wondering how you're going to bring this creative expression into your physical realm. I'm noticing that this red pentacle here kind of looks like literally a purse or a bag. You could be wondering how you're going to get the bag doing what it is that you're doing. And this is where your practicality is involved. But you are being asked to give your perspective a switch, because you have so much knowledge of the universe within you, regardless of where you're at on your journey. And there's a reason that you've been called to get to know yourself better. It's so that you can be guided on exactly the path that is meant for you specifically. And as you're getting to know yourself even more, you're realizing that everything from spirituality to intuition is ultimately an illusion. You create your own reality, and the only thing that really matters is your fulfillment, your healing, and your growth. I'm going to pull some clarity from, Lovers and Nine of Cups, from this Tarot of the Little Prince, one of my favorites lately. So the Lovers wanting to pop out with the Two of Pentacles is indicating that there's likely an energy where you need to make a decision in some way, shape, or form. There's a little bit of indecisiveness going on in your energy because you're happy where you're at, even though you're aware that it's not your final, like your resting place, your end zone here. You got the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Empress. Ooh. Now this is beautiful and very interesting. So, when it comes to following your heart, you're realizing that this is really the only thing, this is the best thing that you can do for yourself, is really ultimately follow your heart, follow your passions, and go where you feel guided to go. Now, we do have 3 intuitive centers in our body. There is, of course, the pineal gland, there's the heart center, and there's the solar plexus. So there is what our ego, our physical incarnation wants. There is what our intuition, our connection to our higher self and guides would like. And then there's the heart center, which is what makes you feel fulfilled, which is what stems from your unconditional love, and ultimately is usually what your path is. Now, as you're learning to follow this, there's the sense of wanting to stand fully and proudly in this energy and ground everything that you've learned about yourself and show everyone and everything all of the love that you have to give. This King of Cups is very sturdy. He's very confident, but he's also emotional. He doesn't let his emotions get the best of him, but I'm noticing that in his cup, the rose that he's chosen is dead, but all of the other ones around him are alive. Now, it could be that you've hit the end of a road in a particular area of your life, and you're realizing that it's time to move forward or move on or accept a new energy into your life. Now, you know how you feel about this, and you know which direction you would like to move into, but there's a feeling with the full moon here that the time isn't quite right, or energy is picking up really fast. I'm seeing this OON of the moon, and it's looking like no to me, like there's something you don't want to let go of, or there's some kind of heart pain you don't want to let go of because you are afraid of opening up to something new. You're afraid of taking that leap. 8 of Swords. Notice that his eyes are covered, and there are swords and a snake on the ground, and he's afraid of jumping off this wall and landing in an uncomfortable or mortal position here. But he's not alone. There are animal guides with him. There are spirit guides next to his side here. And there are several different ways to go about this path. The thing with the 8 of Swords is he's always afraid to make the fall, but he always gets there. He always makes it. The biggest problem that he has is the fact that he's covering his own eyes on purpose, even though he's able to see clearly what's going on. It's just that he's maybe not communicating his full truth here. And because of this, he almost has his eyes closed, pretending that his truth is not his truth. And this is an energy that you have learned already to transform, have already put the work towards. But 8 also indicates Scorpio, which is transformation, deep sensual energy, and really getting to the depths of things. This can also have to do with inheritance or shared finance. Now, there's an energy of what if you're not enough? What if you don't speak? What if you don't say the right things? What if you don't show up correctly? What if you're fooling yourself with the thoughts going on in your mind by following your heart here? Now, you did get the victory and success card. Well, one of them, Four of Wands. It's more celebratory, on its way to the Six of Wands here. But with the Empress, lets me know that this suggestion that's coming from your heart is meant to bring you to a fertile, abundant, and happy place. But you feel like time is of the essence is coming up again here with this clock. Now notice that his little guide here doesn't have his eyes closed, and it led him right to this Empress. Number 3, number of creation, and also Gemini, the master communicator of the zodiac. So there's this energy there's an energy that seems very, like it how do I say this? Knowledgeable. There's a knowledgeable energy around you, and there's like a self-imposed fear of this knowledge because lack of trust, perhaps. Press could be significant. Like you feel pressed for time. Something about the press, like it could be paparazzi, you have eyes on you, it could be the writing press, anything relating to these things could be signs or synchronicities for you. You feel like you're being guided towards this creative new beginning, this other external energy. But notice how he has a sword in his hand. It's like he's ready to fight, and the Empress isn't even looking at him. She knows that he's on the defense, and without even looking, she just puts up her hand. She says, "Don't do that." And his little buddy is also her little buddy. So there's this energy of indecision, but not really. You already know what your truth is, but you're afraid to take the leap here. I'd like to see a little more why. This definitely has to do with heart healing, and you could be picking up on the energy of something or someone else, and it feels entirely different for you, especially with this empath or HSP card. It could be that you have met someone or something who is equally or more so empathic than you, or you are just discovering this about yourself. It could also be that you are resonating with someone. Remember how in the beginning we talked about setting that energetic filter so that you're very, very precise about what comes through in your energy. It could be that you've gotten a surprise. You set your standards, your vibrational filter, so to speak, very strictly, very tightly, very precisely, and something came through. Now, it wouldn't have come through if it wouldn't have fulfilled you. It wasn't trustworthy, and it didn't have an abundant, prosperous, at least potential tied to it. Now you're seeing this, and you almost set this filter it's like you almost set this filter so that nothing would come in, but something did come through, and it surprised you. So now you're being called to work on your heart center and know that you are enough, and that you're having a hard time communicating your experience. And when I'm pointing at this throat chakra, it's kind of wanting me to nudge a little bit towards this pineal chakra here. So it could be that you are experiencing things in the spiritual realms, or you're intuitively picking things up that you just don't know how to talk about, or you're having some kind of intuitive connection or download here that you don't know how to express. You don't know what to make of it, but you know that the answer is healing your heart, and you're working on this. You're clearing it up. Okay. So, okay, actually I'm hearing to take the ones that fell out already, so you have King of Pentacles. Ooh, King of Wands. And, ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Hello. This indicates, first of all, we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. So, this is absolutely something that has potential for physical growth, and there is a mutual passion and desire to take the next step on both sides. But this will require strength and fortitude from the observing party, whether that be you or the other side here. Either way, there's this energy. See how the King and Queen energy here, the Pentacles, almost mirror the Two of Pentacles. Whatever you in the situation you are mirroring each other in some way, shape, or form, but the thing that is holding you together with this opportunity is mutual love and a passion for spirituality, divine, occult, creativity, things like this. It's like finding life in the desert. Notice how there's absolutely no life here, except for these two, and how rare would it be for them to find each other in the middle here. Now this King of Pentacles energy, loyal like a dog, reminding me of, again, Taurus energy, is not... Okay, so one side here is bearing their heart, but from a grounded perspective, because we have the King of Cups falling over the King of Pentacles. The other side here is using their intuition to guide them, focusing on their career, but is a little more afraid to make their next move. Swords is coming up, which is communication. So there's a little bit of a communication blockage on one side and a little bit of a heart blockage on the other side. These do mirror each other, but almost in intertwining ways. And you're being spiritually guided together, probably to learn this lesson particularly, and heal this energy between the two of you, which will bring more confidence. There is an energy here of wanting and being able to help each other, but being so done with helping other people at the same time. I'm hearing, like, I'd almost rather be alone than do this again. Or I'd almost rather do it myself than do it again. Like, if you have a business opportunity coming up, for example, maybe you're the perfect candidate for this position, but they're not hiring. Or if this is a love situation, for example, or friendship situation, maybe there's an undeniable magnetism here, but you're both a little bit jaded from the past. If this has to do with a familial energy, it could be that you're tied spiritually or intuitively very, very deeply, but other than that, there seem to be physical differences that seem like pentacles, they wouldn't ground together. Pentacles, pent is 5, pentacle, pentagram, number 5. So that indicates that there are changes on both sides that need to occur in order for this to come together. But the other side of 5 is happiness, fun, children, romance. So it could be that there's a desire and willingness to change, but it needs to be for the individual, not for the unit or collective energy here. But it needs to come from a place of knowing that you're enough and speaking your truth about what's going on here. Now, this is really standing out to me, this third eye chakra, and with this Pray Night, I almost want to put it right on top here and just give you a little bit of clarity in your pineal gland. Yeah, so there's some space. Try to clear your mind. You could be looking for answers a lot right now. You could be picking up a lot of intuitive downloads. Your dreams could be crazy. Whatever this is, there's a lot of compacted energy in your pineal gland, third eye chakra right now. So make sure you're taking some time to consciously clear your mind. Take some time for yourself. As your mind is ruled by the air element, and intuition is water, make sure that you are breathing consciously, do breathwork exercises, and also drink a little more water at this time. It will help you process things, find more clarity, and also just find more comfort in your day-to-day when these things come up. Stop trying to push. Intuition comes the easiest and most clearly through rest, through ease. The more you push, usually the harder it will be for messages to come in, and the more off they will be. So the calmer you are, the more receptive you are, the easier you will be able to understand what's going on. I keep getting called to these two diagonals here. with the Hanged Man, there is a new beginning, likely when it comes to your heart, and you want to do something to ground it, whatever this is. But see how she's holding her feet here? I'm hearing Hasta Padmasana in my head, so that literally could help you out a little bit. But there's this energy of connecting the feet with the hands. I'm hearing dexterity is relevant here. Maybe you just are having a difficult time seeing the practicality of how to make this work in your life, whatever the situation is. But you know that you're drawn to it, you know that there's potential here, and you know that the feeling is mutual, that there's a mutual pull here. Now, I'd like to call attention back to this Two of Pentacles, which indicates that there's still an in and out energy from one side here. Whether or not to take a step forward there's definitely this all or nothing energy here with the Empress. The Empress is known to be usually presented as pregnant, usually very fertile, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone or something that will put the time in, will put the energy in, will put the effort in, but only if it will be lucrative, only if it will be worth their time. The Empress will meet the Emperor. She will be pregnant for 9 whole months, the better part of a year, and then be happy with all that she's created. But the Empress needs to know that it's her Emperor, otherwise she will not go through the trouble. See how she's literally shooing off this little boy who's all defensive, and she's not even looking, but she sees right through it. So separately, if you have a dog or a cat in your life, they could be communicating with you, or maybe their energy around you is trying to tell you something, or the way that you interact with the animals in your life could be significant of the energy in your heart chakra. Also, if you are into animal communication at all whatsoever, you could be becoming aware that they have a brachial chakra, which is in between their throat chakra and their third eye, which is a little bit different from us. But there is another form of communication that's going on there, and this could be something that might be worth exploring for you as a medium point between your third eye and your communication. It could just help you get used to intuitive conversations or telepathy or spiritual communication and connection, because it seems like that is, no matter what the situation here is, there's definitely a deep spiritual connection that's going on. There's definitely intuitive downloads, and I'm hearing you're not crazy, it's really going on. So this usually energies like this can lead to someone who is communicating with animals, someone who is having a telepathic bond with somebody else, someone who is picking up on empathy in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes your intuition is on point, but the physical reality is not giving you the clarity all the time. So here's a clarification for you that your intuition is on point about this, and that you are experiencing what you feel like you're experiencing. Communicating with animals, or just being a little more gentle with yourself and getting to know yourself a little more deeply, can help you uncover the cyclical nature as to where you are in your life right now, what lesson is coming up, and which direction you feel inclined to take versus which direction you should take for yourself. I'm going to use the astrology dice for your advice today. Oop. We have 6, the moon, and Leo. The more you put yourself first in your day-to-day life, the more you will understand why you feel the way that you feel. Also, you are uncovering habits and practices that you have that do not serve you. You're bringing a little more fun into your life. You are working on healing, and you're getting in touch with your emotions, and your intuition is strong at this point. The moon fell in a waning crescent position, which let me know that there's a lot of energy buildup, and right now it is kind of waning. It's falling down. It's getting a little bit smaller. The energy is decreasing a bit. You could be spending a lot of time alone, just focusing on who you are, what you want, having a good time, prioritizing your happiness. But you're also coming out of this hermit phase a little bit. You're coming out of this overly confident, overly zealous energy, spending some time alone and really focusing on that ushy-gushy center that's in the middle of you, in your heart. Your intuition, especially at nighttime, is trying to tell you things. Typically, the veil is the thinnest between 3 and 4 in the morning. So things could be happening particularly around that time. If you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night around those times, it could be because there is an energy that's trying to communicate something to you, or there's a message from your higher self or from your subconscious that's trying to come through. So if that's happening, pay attention to that. I'm also seeing 3.14 in my head, which is love. It is the golden ratio. It is pi, 3.14159.265, we know. And also, when that comes up, whenever I see 314, I think of this Bobby Bracken song, 143, and it's like, because when you, I don't know if you're old like me, then you know, like, when you had to push the buttons to text, and there's a song that's like 143, I love you. So that could be that someone, something, it could be a passed on loved one, it could be your higher self, your future partner, the other party in the situation, whatever, telling you that they love you unconditionally. Oh, and 6 is the number of unconditional love. It's also the energy of demons. So why did I say that so happy? So it could be that, okay, here. There is light, and Leo is the sun, and you got the moon. There is light and dark to everything. So whatever it is that you see as an angel, it's also a demon. And whatever it is that you see as a demon, it's also an angel. But what wanted to come out is solitude, awareness, perfect balance, and unconditional love. So even the scariest thing in your life will lead you to love. And the happiest thing in your life has the potential to hurt you, but that's not the point. I think that you have experienced that in the past, and now the tables have turned. You have experienced your fullness, your bliss. You've seen the full power of your being. You've spent some time alone in order to recognize what's really going on here, and you are definitely picking up on some intuitive downloads and insights here. You're receiving arcane knowledge that's helping you through your situation, but also understand your particular place in the universe, in the cosmos. Now, I'm hearing again in my head, 143, I love you. So there's absolutely unconditional love in the situation. The 6 fell on top of the 2 of Cups. That couldn't really be more obvious. There's a lot of love in the situation, and the collective energy between this group here is, there is so much love here. It's an unbreakable bond. The magnetism is insane. You both made it through each other's energetic filters in some way, shape, or form. One side is keeping their heart close to their chest, and the other side is just afraid to make a move. Now, take this however it resonates with you, but so it seems like one side is focusing on themselves more in fun and play. The other side is letting their intuition guide them a little more, and their emotions. It's like there is a balancing of this energy that is rooted and grounded. Number 6 also indicates grounding something in the present moment in like time-space alchemy. 3 is the past, 6 is the present, and 9 is the future. So you're both focused on just being present in love, opening up your heart center, knowing that you're enough for whatever is meant for you, and really that's it, because that's really all you can do. When you try to push, or you try to manifest, or you try to ground things, we want to get what we want. Obviously, we want to manifest things. We want to do our little crafts and say our little manifestations or whatever, and that's beautiful. It's a beautiful, good, beneficial practice, but the reason that we do this is to get to know ourselves more, to self-realize and find love, like unconditional love for yourself and the collective and everything and everyone, right? So through this, you need to just stay present and grounded in unconditional love. Come from this place of knowing that you are strong enough to portray unconditional love in the present moment, and don't worry about the past. Release the past, release expectations for the future, and just allow things to flow, because the less that you worry, the more things will flow. And the more that you clear your mind and dive into your heart, the easier it will be to to speak your mind, to say what it is that you're feeling and intuitively picking up on, because I think that this is the biggest thing here. So there's something going on in your intuition, and there's something made it through your energetic barrier / you're going through this. It's not a coincidence that these two things are happening at the same time, and they're related to each other most likely. If they're not, this is your guidance. If they are related, well, then you have someone to talk to about it who's likely going through something very similar to you. So ground yourself in love, follow your emotions, don't forget to have fun, put yourself first, but also come from a place of unconditional love. Know that there is light and dark in everything, and that your mind manifests your reality, but allow yourself to have a little more space in your heart, even if just for today, just for the moment, just for right now. Because creating a little more space in your heart will help you. It will just help you feel fulfilled. It will help you feel happier. It will help you find the clarity and the guidance that you need just to feel good where you're at. So there are some things that want to come up that you still need to look at within yourself, and you're not going to find anything but love there. So don't be afraid to dive deeper, because you've already done the hard part. Okay? Group 1, I really hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. I'm so grateful for the energy exchange. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if this resonated. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful, crazy realm. Namaste. Hi there, group number 2. If you selected this beautiful green aventurine crystal, then this is your reading. So, green aventurine is so beautiful. It helps us with compassion and understanding. It's also a stone of prosperity and practical optimism. So, this will help you call in your blessings. It will also help you be confident in your happiness. And first and foremost, it helps open up your heart chakra in order to promote compassion. So this is a really beautiful crystal. It can help you promote abundance and prosperity in any form or any area of life. But it can also help you to just look on the bright side a little more. Taking a look at the oracle you selected. Oh, you have Heartblind with Shit's Too Deep. Interesting. It's really interesting that these two came out together. What I'm getting first and foremost is an energy of, I'm hearing mind on my money and money on my mind. So there's an energy of needing to choose perhaps between prosperity or love, when this crystal promotes prosperity in love, which is really interesting. So this lets me know that there are some things that are coming up that likely you are excited about. They make you feel good and happy and open up your heart chakra in some way. Makes your heart go pitter-patter. But you are afraid of going there for some reason. It's like you are seeing the situation through your heart, and then you're not, and then you are, and then you're not. So there's this back and forth energy. But what's really going on here is a deep opening and cleansing of the heart chakra, more so an opening to be able to receive what it is that you really want. But in order to do this, it will come through prosperity. But there's a recognition that prosperity and love go hand in hand. Because in any matter of love, must be there in order to gain prosperity, whether it's self-love, unconditional love, love for others, love for what you do. Love is at the core of everything. And so it's interesting that you're almost hitting a wall with this situation that you're in here. It's like you are aware that this is a situation and you're actively working to heal it. I'm almost feeling this Heartblind as a little bit of like past into the present energy. So you are on the tail end of cleansing this energy out, and you're replacing it with optimism, with happiness and prosperity. You're showing up for yourself first, but as you are showing up for yourself, you're realizing that it would be most beneficial for yourself to allow yourself to free flowly through the energy of love and prosperity. So let's get into the tarot. Oh, you have the Ace of Pentacles coming out in the pre-shuffle, so there's a new beginning for sure in a physical matter that's coming your way. likely has to do with the message. Something or someone has made up their mind, or you have made up your mind. This number 2 does have to do, I'm hearing leave it out. Number 2 has to do with this on speech and wealth. Interesting, I almost said spells there. And there's the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Clear message wants to come out today. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Oh, and there we go. 6 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So, there's this should I, shouldn't I energy that is coming from your group 2. Now, you likely want to make an offer in a particular direction, but you've been overthinking it. You might feel that this requires you to leave some kind of prosperity, abundance, or comfort behind in order to start this new beginning, which would be the very reason that you don't want to be uprooted. So this would be the reason that you would not follow your heart in this case. Now, another way to interpret this is that you are aware of what's going on here. You are balancing your grounded rationality and your spiritual intuition. And in this instance, you want to go slow and steady because your mind creates your reality and you're aware of this. And it's like you've been climbing through this spiral staircase of the mind, just trying to figure things out and rationalize and over-rationalize and unrationalize and learn and relearn. And what this is really leading you to is the light at the center. Now, this reminds me of Fibonacci's spiral, which is, of course, the golden ratio, which is also the law of attraction, manifestation at its finest. So if you want something and you're not taking action towards it, and it's not magnetizing towards you, you need to take action. Also, if you want something and you are being receptive, but you're not taking action towards it, but it's not magnetizing towards you, that's because you need to take action. So, very basic law of attraction, manifestation going on here. Nose rings could be significant, crows could be significant, symbology or math could be significant as well. Now, 6 of Swords can indicate walking, like leaving something behind, but also going towards something new. But there's this little bit of an eerie energy here. She's looking down with this red drape over her shoulders, so she's leaving something behind that made her feel stable, safe, and secure, and she's out in the open ocean, really unaware. She knows where she's going, hopefully, but the waters to get there seem a little bit rough, but she's not even paying attention. She's not the one like hoisting the lines. She is being guided by these crows. This is Swords energy, so this lets me know that you've been stuck in your mind for a long time, and your mind on its worst day is telling you don't do it, and on its best day it's telling you how could I not? And this Ace of Pentacles is all about not wanting to uproot yourself. You don't want to, well, you want to take a new step in this direction. You have the Ace and the Page of Pentacles. Now, there's something that you want. It would bring you happiness, love, and prosperity. But you feel the need to leave it behind out of fear of losing abundance, prosperity, and love that you've previously gained. It doesn't seem like this is really an opportunity that you would need to pick one or the other. It does seem like there's enough energy here for both situations to grow in the present moment. This 2 and 6, which is a multiple of 2, and then also the 3 crows here, which is 2 times 6. So that lets me know that there's something to be created here. At the same time, there is this energy of fear about what if I am left behind? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I lose everything that I've worked so hard to build? Now, this is where I'm being drawn back to this oracle card that says shit's too deep. Heart blind. This is where you're refusing to look at the positive sides here. It's not that you don't see them. It's just that you're afraid to go there because it's very likely, judging by this energy, that you've been hurt by a situation in the past that this might remind you of a little bit. Could be last time you were in a similar situation, it didn't go too well. But aventurine is definitely a stone of getting up and trying again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And this isn't to say put yourself in situations that you're uncomfortable with, but if there's something that's really calling you, it makes your heart feel open, you feel called to make a move towards it. And what's meant for you will not pass you by. And if something leaves your life, it wasn't meant for you. And if something that you really enjoy leaves your life, it will be replaced with something better that resonates with you more. You're creating space. Definitely we're coming back to this overthinking. What if I'm not good enough, solar plexus, for this love energy? What if you're not good enough to love yourself in this way? What if you're not listening? What if you don't hear? What if you're picking things up wrong? What if you're getting the wrong message from what's going on here? These are the energies that have you in fear, that are coming from old wounds in your heart that you are clearing out. But as you realize that this is less about your tactical action and less about the way that you think and less about even what it is that you do, this is about having a new beginning for yourself when it comes to allowing yourself to open up to new things again, no matter what that may be. I'll pull some more clarity. Knight of Swords, there it is. From the Little Prince Tarot of the Little Prince. It's a different deck than the Little Prince Tarot, mind you. So you have the Ace of Wands. Very interesting. The Nine of Swords. The Eight of Swords. And the Six of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay. So you feel a lot of passion and spiritual pull towards the situation. But you are afraid to go there. You're in your mind and you're wondering, what if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time or in the wrong way? There's all of this thinking energy, all of this energy in your mind about, what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? And it all has to do with your thoughts and your expression of yourself. Now 9 going down to 8, going down to 6, lets me know that this energy is diminishing. It's getting better over time. And it's getting better over time because you are opening up your heart and you're tuning into your spirituality more. You could be experiencing a Kundalini awakening at this time. And Ace of Wands is a phallic card, so there could be some kind of sensual or creative awakening going on for you at this time, related to the situation or juxtaposed to the situation. Now, you are worried about not showing up in your most free, fun-loving self. What if you are too strict? What if this takes away your freedom, my freedom, whatever? This is why you're afraid to jump. But if you notice, he's afraid to jump here. You're afraid to jump, but you've already made the decision to jump. That's what's putting you in this fear. Now, you're realizing that. I noticed that we skipped the number 7, which would be divine intervention and personal balance, also dealing with relationships. You are not allowing other people to have a stake in your game anymore. And you're noticing all this mental energy immediately dissipate. As soon as you stop worrying about what other people think, what other people would say, the way that you put off yourself, you know that if you follow your heart, 6 of Cups, you show up authentically, whether or not you think you make sense, whether or not those around you make sense, whether or not you're supported by your current peers in the situation. You know what is meant for you and you know what you want. You've already made the decision to leap. You just don't want to look while you're doing it. So, 6 of Cups can also be an energy of reminiscing over the beginning of the situation. You could be running every single last detail through your mind, and going over the way that it made you feel, realizing new things, unlearning things you thought you knew, picking up little details you didn't notice in the moment, and allowing your intuition to guide the way. Now, this Ace of Pentacles on top of the 6 of Cups lets me know that this situation was grounded in some way, shape, or form, showing up in your present, like physical, tangible life in some way, and is no longer currently a part of your situation physically, but it is in your heart. And you want to ground this again. The 2 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You want to bring this this energy back into your physical realm. You want to start this over again. But there is this thinking energy that keeps coming up, but this is what you're clearing out. You've already made the decision to go deeper. You've already made the decision to go from your heart, to take the leap, and to not ignore anymore the thoughts and feelings that are coming up regarding how this made you feel in the past. And the more that you listen to other people, and the more that you reminisce on the situation, the more you realize that you have a very unique perspective of the situation. It's very likely that you got a glimpse of the truest version of the situation, while those that might be telling you otherwise did not. There are snakes in your garden, and this is because they're enjoying causing mischief. That's what they do. That's fun for them. That's what their mind's telling them to do, and they have their own things that they're working on and processing, and therefore are projecting onto you. You're realizing this, and you know that really only you can be responsible for your own decisions and your own emotional fulfillment. So, you are showing up. You're showing up authentically. This looks like a whistle here. It's like I'm hearing call to arms. So it could be that you are banding together yourself, your guides, your personal power, or even your loved ones that are trustworthy and don't put you down, in order to take a step towards this direction. Now, the way that he's handing him this photo that he made, along with the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, indicates that there is an offer that you want to make here. And now, instead of telling yourself you need to leave everything behind, now you are wondering if you'll need to leave anything behind. And the answer is likely no. Not anything that wasn't ready to leave your life anyway. And anything that you love, it feels like you would be entirely supported with this Ace of Wands here in order to continue going after your passions and your desires. That is really what this is all about. There's this energy of, yes, you can have it all. Yes, things can coexist. Yes, more than one thing can be true at once. And yes, you can stand back up again and go for it, whatever it is. Now, Ace of Wands indicates that you're likely picking up a lot of intuitive messages in regards to the situation, and they're all nudging you to take a step. Just take the next step, something small, something slow, something within your comfort zone, but be creative about it. There's no need to be stuck in your mind, and you've already found the clarity that you need in this situation with this burst of light popping out of the Ace of Swords here, which also indicates that there's a message you've received clarity about, and also a message that you would like to send. Now, this likely has to do with some sort of travel or grounding something into physical reality. I'm hearing face-to-face conversation. So it could be, with her on this boat, it could be that there's some kind of travel that would be necessary, and this could be the leap that seems a little bit daunting to take. 9 of Swords. 9 also indicates travel, but you could have spoken about this with others, and they likely weren't in the right frame of mind. I'm noticing that this other man, that he's trying to have a serious conversation here with love and light and clarity. He's already fought through all the swords in order to have this conversation in the first place, and this person is just like drunk, cups knocked over, bad frame of mind. He's like, his foot's probably fallen asleep. Like, he's not in the right frame of mind to be giving anybody advice, particularly a sweet little innocent child with his whole life ahead of him. This guy's likely gambled most of his life away. And hurt people hurt people. And I think you're starting to realize that. There's an energy of taking a leap of faith, even though you think the odds are against you, but you're coming to realize that they're not. There is freedom here. Once you crack through, I'll say, an obstacle or a blockage, then the whole world is your oyster. You have much more opportunity here. There's much more potential than you are allowing yourself to give credit for. It turns out that the vision you had for yourself in the future was limited, and this opportunity that you want to move towards is actually opening up way more for you than you could have ever imagined for yourself, and in the best way. This could be bringing in blessings. It could be, I'm hearing, adding the cherry on top of your life, cracking you open to things you didn't even know you were capable of receiving in beautiful, beautiful ways. And there is, again, Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, this energy of wanting to go slow, but knowing that you're going to get there. Whereas the Ace of Swords indicates impulsive, quick action, and also communication. So there could be some impulsive communication that wants to come out. A little more clarity for the Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Page of Pentacles, we're clarifying with the King of Cups. So you are opening up to your heart. You are perhaps doing sound healing, channeling messages through music, playing singing bowls, connecting with the ocean, water element, and notice that he is heart-centered. He's wearing a crown. Get it, King? There's this beautiful energy of knowing that you're protected with the starfish here, and knowing that if you speak your heart, this Six of Swords scary energy turns into a beautiful sailing into the ocean for a trip energy. And the fish on his necklace is letting me know that you have grand faith. I don't know why I said grand. Reminds me of like a piano. You have grand, huge faith in the situation coming to fulfillment emotionally. And you just, the way that this makes you feel has caught you off guard. And that's where this indecision is coming from. But you're recognizing the way that it does make you feel, and that it's positive. It's a way you do want to feel, and that this is the person you want to grow into, and that it's time that you speak this truth. There's blue all around him. He's wearing red, and there's a light emanating from his heart, as well as a like halo aura around his head. You are enlightening yourself through the situation. You are self-realizing. You are comfortable with your emotions, and you're moving from a heart-centered space for what could be the first time ever, or the first time in a very long time. Now, he's just ever so gently touching this bowl, saying, this is my bowl. This one is for me. This one is healing. This one is loving. I see it when I close my eyes. I know that it's meant for me. And I see this little snake who's staring at this King of Cups, who's sitting here in beautiful meditation. You're spending some time alone with yourself just to gather your thoughts and focus your own energy together, because it seems like you could have been in some kind of chaotic energy involving other people and messy communication and just like unnecessary battles and just like overthinking, just other people's energy that was chaotic and did not belong to you at all whatsoever for a period of time. You started to absorb it a bit. Now you're coming back to center, and you're realizing that that wasn't you. It doesn't resonate with you. You can love what you do all day long, but that energy doesn't belong to you. It never has, and it never will. As you realize what's going on here, you're seeing the new opportunities. You're seeing the new potential to grow something and ground something. Number 16 indicates taking impulsive decisions, putting yourself first in order to ground something into your daily life that is really important to you and helps you ameliorate your health. Also, there's this energy of transformation here, of finding balance and stepping into a new kind of relationship. It could be that you didn't like the sharp tongues of those around you, and now there's a gentle energy that's around you, and you realize, oh wait, there are people like that? ? And the answer is yes, there's a whole world full of them. You just weren't around them. You're realizing that you create your own reality, and as you're grounding into your own energy, you're opening up to the possibilities of creating this new, beautiful life that doesn't need to cut anything or anyone out at all, but definitely puts yourself first, definitely stands your ground, and moves from your heart first. And that is one of the hardest things to do, to move from your heart and your intuition before your impulses, before your, sexuality or your creative energy or your ego or anything. The hardest thing to do is move from your intuition and your heart, and that's what you're learning how to do. This is such beautiful energy. You're realizing that there is so much of you that you have yet to discover and put out into the world. There's so much world that you have yet to discover. And this all comes back to going deeper, allowing yourself to open up to the situation and taking that new beginning. That this Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, likely you were in and out of the situation. You made a very small, slow moving, but permanent and present move here. Your mind started freaking out. You started hearing stuff from other people, and then you pulled your foot back out. There's 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy in this top row here, but then the Ace of Pentacles indicates that you end up putting the other foot in because you just can't get the situation off your mind. Now you're deciding to walk towards what it is. You're walking towards the light. You could be doing cleansing rituals. You could be setting manifestations. You could be scrying pyromancy through fire. You're connecting with your emotions, and you're realizing that you're so passionate about seeing what else is out there, about moving towards the light. You want to feel free. You want to feel eternal. You want to feel abundant. You want to feel ethereal and in connection with the universe. And this is something that brings that to you. You're realizing that your call here was coming from the soul and from the heart. It wasn't coming from any other impulse of the ego or of the genitals or from other people's peer pressure or from the way that you want to look or be perceived. This was coming from the deepest core of yourself that you had almost forgotten was there, that had been reawakened by this beautiful energy that you're moving towards. I'm going to pull some advice for you from the astrology dice here. Ooh, beautiful. You have the moon, you have number 8, and you have Gemini. Would you look at that? So, you are using your practical mind to follow your heart. It's interesting because the moon indicates water energy, which is your emotions and your intuition. It's also Pisces, but the moon sign in astrology also is your brain. It's the way that you think. It's your rational mind. You're starting to be kinder to yourself, and as you're being kinder to yourself, you're realizing that you want to join hands with the situation. You want to merge with the situation, and you no longer want to be in this 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. You want to go all in. You're being very rational about this, and the way that you are, the way that you are rationalizing this is only drawing you closer to yourself, and the closer you get to yourself, the more you open, and the more you find yourself resonating with the situation. You're realizing that with number 8, the deeper that you go, the more the situation resonates with you. The more that you heal, the more you transform yourself, the more you open up your heart, the more you want to take a step in this direction. And there's a little bit of an energy of what if you're too late to make this new beginning, but the Ace of Pentacles, it's very slow. But now a harvest takes a long time, a long time. And you've uprooted it and you're offering it out, allowing yourself to have faith and trust and pixie dust in the situation. And the thing is, you're not too late. The Gemini twins energy, these are two things that are together. They've always been together. They're always going to be together. They belong together. That is the purpose of Gemini energy. It's very rational, very fun-loving, very social. Gemini loves a good party, and it's also number 3, the energy of creation. There is so much potential here, and both your heart, your mind, your intuition, your heart and your mind, along with your intuition, are all expanding. They're all opening up. And the more they open up, the more you're allowing yourself to get to know yourself. But in that deep way, in that loving way, you're exploring your emotions, you're exploring your intuition, you're exploring the cosmos and the source of your own being. You're exploring your entire self, not just the external shell that other people are telling you that you should fit into. And You can keep whatever shell you would like, but as you shed your masks, well, as you dive deeper into your authentic self, the more that will bust out, and the more you'll be shedding these masks and other versions of yourself. And there's no pressure, there's no time crunch, there's no indication that you need to change things around right now in order to make yourself fit here. That's actually what you're doing in your current situation. And the reason you feel called towards this other energy is because it's exactly the opposite. And you're realizing that the anxiety, the stress, the overthinking, the worry is actually coming from the situation that you're in that no longer serves your highest good. And that you find freedom through exploring the depths here. There's going to be some kind of transformation here. The 2 8s indicate, well, first of all, 8 is also an infinity, so this is something that never begins and never ends. It always has been and always will be. And also, there are 2, which indicate that, you're likely going out on a limb here for the situation, but the situation's also likely going out on a limb here for you. And you might not even have opened up to that yet. You might not even know. There are still a lot of unknowns in this situation. There are not secrets, but there are things that you don't know because you haven't taken the step to fully learn what is ahead of you yet. But you see that it's light, and you know that you feel called, and you know that you can show up in your most authentic self, and that is the part of you that is honored and appreciated and glorified. And you can be anything and anyone that you want. And the more authentic you are, the more you are, the more love there is in this situation, and the more love you have for yourself. You're likely, again, like I said, going through a Kundalini awakening, which indicates that you are spiritually awakening to your place in the cosmos. You're understanding who you are, who you've been, who you want to be, all the places that you've been, likely in the past. You could be connecting with passed on loved ones. You could be connecting with spirit guides, angels, for the first time, or the first time since you were a child. And you're realizing that there are parts of you that you compromised in order to fit a mold. And for 1 second, your guides want me to tell you that they're so proud of how far that you've come, and for even making it that far in the first place, and everything that you've done is amazing. It is absolutely formidable. But that's not all that there is for you. There is still so much more. And you've made it through the hard part to this mold that no longer serves you. And there is another lighter, freer, more expressive, more loving version of you out there that's trying to seep out of you, and you feel it, and you are called towards it, and you're stepping into it. You are closer than you think, is what I'm hearing. And I have a message for you from the Ace of Swords, if you'll give me 1 moment to pick it up. You were always perfect. You were always perfect. You've never needed to change a single thing, a single bone in your body, a single way that you look, the way that you dress, the way that you act, the way you perform, the way that you breathe, the way that you talk. You have never needed to change a single thing. Although you have. And that is okay. It's beautiful. The strength that you have to transform yourself. If only you will be able to find that strength again to come back to who you once were, because that is the most authentic version of you, and that is perfect. You are perfect now. You were perfect then. You're going to still be perfect. There's never any pressure. There's never any rush. But know that you don't have to change. You never, ever did. And you're never going to have to change. Never again. I'm proud of you for getting into this situation. I'm proud of you for pulling yourself out of this situation, although those might not know you're pulling yourself out of this situation yet. You've already made a decision, and for that, we are very, very proud. Know that it's all right. It's going to be okay, and if you could only see what lies ahead of you, you would be moving a hell of a lot faster, full speed ahead. Just have faith in us like you have faith in yourself, and we will guide you where you need to go. I'm seeing a hummingbird and a flower. Okay. I'm going to leave that there for you, Group 2. I didn't expect to get into the channeling there, but I feel that that was from someone very close to you, perhaps somebody, I'm seeing a rainbow. Okay, that could be from somebody who has passed, I'm hearing the rainbow bridge, so somebody that you love, masculine energy that has passed on in your life, perhaps. Oh, I got the chills. Yeah, this energy really wants you to know that you are so, so, so loved. They love you so much. They always have, they always will. And I'm seeing like a brown jacket. And I'm hearing little wolf. I don't know. I love you. This guide loves you. I really hope that this message helps shed love, light, and clarity onto your situation. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. Don't be afraid to dive deeper. You're strong enough, and what lies ahead is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. And there's a little cherry on top for you. So, namaste, group 2. Hi there, group 3. I just recorded your entire reading. It was super long and my microphone was turned off. So I'm going to give this another go. I'm so grateful that you're here. You chose this beautiful lapis lazuli, which helps you with your intuition and express your intuition. Now, it also has pyrite in it, which helps you with your prosperity. It helps you with your abundance. It helps you get the bag, right? But lapis lazuli is not just about that. It's primarily about grounding your intuition and opening up your third eye. Now, a great way to open up your third eye is by focusing on the chakras that surround it. So this can be by connecting to the divine and expressing your truth a little bit more. Now, this is very important because as you get intuitive downloads, kind of the deeper you dive, the more alone you feel, you know? But that's not necessarily true, because also the deeper you dive, the more not alone you realize you really are. So, taking a look at your oracle card, you got, if you ain't talking blank, I don't want to talk. And I'm going to let you fill in this blank. And the song that kind of was coming to my mind with this is there's a whole lot of money in this mouth. So, yeah, you could be really focused on your work right now. You could be focused on your physical. Okay, you're focused on your physical abundance, like your material life. But you're being called to dive into the spiritual, like your spiritual nature, your intuition, your messages, whatever this is, are like ticking like a time bomb. Like they are going off. Like it's crazy. You're opening up so much space in your ethereal part of your being that you're like, how am I even supposed to focus on my work? And it's because, well, I'm going to get into your tarot cards, but the cards that I had just pulled for your reading kind of indicated like this message of you not grabbing the blessings that were in front of your face because you were working so hard on building something for your future that wasn't focused on your now, if that makes sense. Like, yes, you need to be present, but you are loved, you are divinely protected, you are divinely guided, and you're exactly where you need to be. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's an opportunity that you're afraid to walk through or take because you feel pretty satisfied with where you're at. 9 of Cups. Now, 5 is Leo energy, which has to do with your fun, your confidence. It also has to do with romance. Number 9 has to do with travel, freedom, Sagittarius energy, Jupiter, blessings coming your way. Now, the last time this happened, you hit the road, Jack, and there was some kind of devil energy that was coming near you. Now, this all, before I pull more cards, oh my gosh, let me pull all these messages. So, Capricorn is coming out twice. Also, we have 10-10. So you are completing cycles. There's an energy around you that you are mirroring. And also number 15, 1-5. All right, you're stepping into your own confidence. You know that you are greater than your downfalls. Also, this sigil on his chest here is the sign of spirit communication, primarily like 13 energy spirit. So this can be beyond the veil, not necessarily the angelic realm, but it's more so like ghosts, right? Things that are gonna things you're gonna find in your Necronomicon, right? Things like this. So these energies are coming through actually to help you out. There's this definite balance between light and dark energy here, and you are stepping into your full power, and you're almost afraid to walk through this door because there's this energy of like defeatism that's coming up because you are working super hard and it's like tearing you down a little bit because you're like, I'm worth it, so I need to work my butt off. No, you're worth it, so you need to feel fulfilled where you're at emotionally and physically and intuitively. And that's really about it. Now, you've been on this like solo journey for a long time, just working super hard, deep diving into your spirituality and healing healing yourself on the inside and being called to these 3 wands, which is kind of alluding to the 3 of wands energy, which is where there's this girl who's like about to go, like the card typically, it's like there's this energy of somebody who's like looking like they're about to go like on their journey, they're about to go do their thing, and they're kind of like waiting to see if their ships are going to come in, but they're also kind of like, should I go? Should I wait? I'm kind of like ready to go, but whatever. 10 of Wands is an energy of we've been there, we done that, and some indications or some like interpretations of this card indicate that this is a card of hurt. Now, actually, it's really a card of a solo journey, doing your shadow work and deep diving. You decided to take the road less traveled and do the hard work. And within, it's like, what's that song? I was looking for heaven and I found the devil in me, or something like that. I can't remember which song it is. Drop it below in the comments if you remember. But so you're noticing that there's light and dark in all things, even you, group 3, and that's absolutely beautiful. But you've been allowing this devilish energy to keep you in a place where you feel stuck because you want to overwork yourself. You want to work too hard, and it's kind of making you feel like you can't get up and keep working harder. But the point isn't to work harder. The point is to move through your heart space, to move through your divine inspiration, and to feel comfortable where you're at alone. Feel free where you are right now, because you've been on this solo journey for so long. And there's a lot of learning. You're doing a lot of learning. You've done a lot of learning. And that's why you're kind of like at this point where you're like, look, if you ain't talking, I did my shadow work already, I don't want to talk. If you ain't talking, like, get in the bag and love and light and, like, showing up, or, like, show up correct or don't show up at all. You're kind of like you're not taking any crap. But the word talk is really standing out to me. And this is because maybe you don't feel like you have anybody to talk to. Maybe you don't feel like people in your life can relate to you. But there's definitely this energy of being alone. And at the end of the road, there's like this big temptation, whatever this is. This could be an unhealthy habit you're having a hard time kicking. This could be something or someone that you are like attracted to in some way, shape, or form. But it makes you feel like a puppet on a string. I'm kind of hearing Puppet Master by Metallica, or Master Puppets. So there's this energy of 5, 9, 10, 15, right? So you have been through a lot in your life, right? A lot of challenges, a lot of changes, but they've brought you to personal freedom, which you didn't think was going to happen. Maybe you want to travel a lot and you are working so hard that you can't travel. It's like they say 80% of your, or 20% of your effort bring 80% of the results. And you're kind of in this, like, working on the other 80% here, instead of putting your energy into that 20% that's going to help you feel fulfilled, which is the part that you like anyway. So you went on this journey trying to discover what it is about yourself that you need to fix. What is it about your life? What is it about your beliefs? What can you unlearn so that you can replace it and relearn? And you found within you this beautiful dark energy. Now, you could be stepping into your dark feminine power, but I'd also like to notice that the devil fell under the sacral and root chakras. So there's something that you feel tied to in some way, shape, or form in your physical reality. This is going to be something tangible. This could be drinking. This could be smoking. This could be a person. This could just be working too hard. Now, this has happened in order to make you feel confident enough to stand up and step out of this energy. Not that you can't indulge every now and then, not that you can't do what makes you happy, but what actually makes you feel fulfilled versus what is instant gratification. Now I'm going to pull some more cards from Tarot of the Little Prince just to see where we're at with this energy, group 3. It's interesting because the message is the same from what I just gave you, but it's a little bit different. The energy is almost the same, but the message, little same, little different. Okay, so we have Strength, which is Leo, number 5, and Page of Wands. A new beginning, spirituality, realizing that you have more creative power than you think. And spending your time around the wrong people is coming up a lot. There are people in your life that do not support what you're trying to do, or they keep trying to bring you down because they are stuck, and so they think that everyone needs to be stuck, or they are hurting, so they want you to hurt people. This is what is going on. And you are trying to help these hurt people who don't want to be helped. You cannot help anyone who doesn't want to be helped. Also, say it with me, group 3, that is not your freaking job. No, it is not. If someone is out here trying to drag you down, someone is out here telling you some crap that doesn't resonate with you, know that it doesn't resonate with you. Also, you have a furry friend in your life. They absolutely love you, and spending some time with them can be therapeutic. Also, look at his little toes. They're so cute. So, Strength is the energy of Leo, but it's also number 8, which is interesting because it's like you needed to do this shadow work, number 8, Pluto, Scorpio energy, right? In order to transform your solar plexus, in order to feel confident enough to stand out of this energy and not worry about the material wealth, not worry about the stability, not worry about those other people, what they're going to say, what they think, your appearance, all this stuff. The more that you say screw it and you go for what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel fulfilled, the more you're going to create. Now, there's this energy. This guy on the Page of Wands. Oh, wrong deck. The guy on this Page of Wands is about to, like, get on a train. Sorry, I said wrong deck because that's what I did for the other readings, but I'm hearing, nope, you got it. So there's definitely this energy of you want to travel. Maybe you want to, like, be a nomad. There's kind of like a butterfly / book here. So you're learning how to transform your life. And what you are realizing that you want as you get to know yourself better is you want to stand in your power, and you just want to leave everything behind that you've known. And it's nothing personal. It's just the fact that, you know, you don't seem like a typical energy to resonate with. And so it's like, if you ain't talking we resonate, I don't want to talk, you know? And that's beautiful. Keep your standards high. They say, know your worth, demand it, and then add tax. Yes. So, okay. 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Beautiful and weird at the same time. So, I would like to point out this 5 of Wands first. So, you have been fighting someone else's battle for, like, way too long. And as you do this, 55, it's brought a lot of difficulty and challenges in your life. And you're like, well, if only I could fix this, then things would be fine. If only they would see this, then it would be fine. If only I could just show up and be more something, it would be fine. And the point is, nope, snip, snip, bye, sorry. It doesn't matter if it's your mom, doesn't matter if it's your uncle, doesn't matter if it's your best friend, doesn't matter if it's your marriage partner, whatever. Nope. You cannot fight somebody else's battle for them. Look, this guy is about to get bitten by a snake. He has he literally could, like, pick up the snake. He could befriend the snake. He could use the stick to charm the snake. He could use any plethora of things in order to make this not the situation. But this guy is goofing around. He's got something on his little stick. He's like, oh, I don't know. Should I just goof around for fun? He's like, there's an energy of a snake in your life, and they're messing with you on purpose. They're trying to throw you off on purpose. That's this devil energy that's showing up. There are people in your life that do not support you, who are either pretending that they do, or they're jealous of you, or they want to take your clout or something. And you're over here, like, just watching this, like, y'all crazy. Like, y'all literally crazy. And the whole point is to knock you down. And here you are, overworking and down. We don't like this. So you have found your power. You found your strength. You have healed this. 555. Strength is number 8, but Leo is number 5, so that's where I'm getting this from. 555, also 88. You have changed this, and now you're in this new energy that cannot be broken. This is eternal. It's 11:44 on the recording time. Ooh, you are guided, group 3. You are guided. You are protected. You are finding your personal fulfillment in your strength, in your confidence, knowing that if you stand in your power and you search for your personal fulfillment and you say screw it and you do what you want, nothing more, nothing less, you have already done the work. Therefore, anything that you walk away from, yeah, they're going to miss you because you've been carrying their baggage for them. But you know what's going to happen is you're going to feel a hell of a lot lighter. So, word, get it. So, 8 of Cups always, for some reason, reminds me to tell you, hydrate yourself, drink a little more water. Water helps you process your emotions. It also helps intuitive downloads come a little stronger because water is the element of emotions and also of intuition. So make sure that you're drinking a little more water. It will help you process these emotions. It will also help you receive clearer messages from your intuition. If you take showers or baths or anything like this, dive in the ocean, this can really help you cleanse your aura, cleanse your emotional body, and also please say nice things to your water before you drink it, because water molecules will form to whatever is put in it. Water forms to its container. The molecules also change like little snowflakes in order to like absorb the energy that is put into it. If you literally whisper like, hi, I love you, I'm beautiful, I'm gonna have a nice day, chokure, whatever it is, into your water, and then you drink it, that energy is going into yourself. And guess what we're mostly made out of? Water. So what's gonna happen is that those manifestations, those affirmations are literally going to become part of your cellular DNA. So say nice things to your water, drink a little more water. Also walk away from that which doesn't serve you, because on the other side of all of this nonsense, there is there's a new adventure, there's some passion coming on, there's a spiritual awareness and enlightenment, there's a new beginning that's waiting for you. You did the work, but there's a little bit of an energy of what if I'm alone, and that is not the vibe. That's not the vibe at all. That is the devil coming in trying to tell you, change your mind about this, because you've already learned these lessons. You are potentially diving into more occult knowledge at this time, and you're starting to realize your place in the universe. And let me tell you, group 3, it's not small. okay? It's not small at all whatsoever. So instead of fighting other people's battles and trying to get them to realize who they are, why don't you realize who you are and stand in your power and do what it is that you want? Because you can really only be here for your own personal fulfillment and success. And honestly, screw everybody else, because they're an illusion anyway. Projection of your mind. Boom. There you go. So that was fun. I'm going to pull the rest of these cards that fell out, taking more cards for you than the other groups. Don't tell anybody. You have the Sun, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Okie dokie. You're definitely not alone. It's just that you needed to come to this conclusion by yourself, because you know what it is that you want. You know who it is that you are. You know what you want to do. And for some reason, I'm looking at this card and I'm just seeing that like scene from the Sound of Music where she's like, the heroes are alive, and just like Julie Andrews spinning in that like little like dress. Oh my gosh, life. I love this. You are like feeling like, oh gosh, like freedom, like fulfillment. And Nine of Swords, there's like this anxiety that is coming from outside of you. Like, it's like for every like 9 mean thoughts, there's one that's like, you got this. Like, it is like intense, and it's like angelic and beautiful and guided, and you're just like following your intuition. Like, what if I'm a psycho? And it's like, you're not a psycho. You're around the wrong people. But guess what happens? Because you're realizing this, and because you are allowing yourself to express creatively and actually stand in your fullest power, and you're grounding your intuition, you are taking the steps that you need to get to where you want to go. You're dropping other people's burdens. Guess what's coming in? Your soul family, people who resonate with you, people who, if you ain't talking exactly what I'm talking, I don't want to talk. And these people are like, all right, so let's have a conversation. I love you, bitch. Like, this is good. This is good. You're changing your mind about the world that you see, which is an oracle card from a deck that I do not even own. Oh my god. So, Three of Cups, Hanged Man. Beautiful. Everyone doesn't suck. People can watch you and be like, I don't know why you're hanging upside down. Well, guess what? You're not Odin, so don't talk, you know? Like, you can fly. Look, literally, like, this guy is on an airplane. Like, he can go anywhere that he wants. He's got his little box of treasures. He's got his crystals. He's got his tools. Like, he's chilling. He's hard chilling. Like, he's having a good day. He's got a smile on his face, you know? And there are people who understand you. There are people that resonate with you, and they're coming into your life. There's so many blessings around you that you're not, you have the opportunity to grab, and you know that you want these things, but you need to grab them. I'm hearing that you need to grab them before they go away, but they're not going to go away. It's just that there are some like shady ass people in your life. Sorry, I don't want to like drag the people in your life. I just want to say that they have not done the work, and they know that they haven't done the work, and you do the work, and it's triggering to them, and so they try to bring you down and be like, well, if I haven't done the work, and I haven't, fuck them, who needs them? Fuck them, who needs them? Sorry, shouldn't be swearing in my readings, but fuck them, who needs them? I'm just gonna say it. You know who you are. You know what you want. You are passionate. You are running fearlessly in the direction of everything that you want. So do not allow the social matrix, do not allow your fucking these people who ain't shit to run your life for you, because only you can do this, and they are an illusion of your mind. They are literally the devil. They are Maya. This is physical illusion in Sanskrit. This is physical illusion. Now tap into your koshas. Find your sheaths, right? These are the things that are going to help you create a shield of armor around yourself, right? I want you to do your breathing exercises. I want you to drink your water. I want you to exercise. I want you to show up. I want you to hang out with your animals. I want you to go take that mental health day that you need. I want you to show up and take care of yourself unapologetically, because that is what you need. And that is exactly the energy that you will call towards you. It's already in your life. You just need to close your eyes, open your eyes, and see it differently. Because if you open up your eyes right now and you are like, weird energy. No, close your eyes. Say, I call all of my power back to me. I receive and accept all of my blessings, and they are blatantly obvious in front of my face. Now you open up your eyes. Guess what you see? You see all of the blessings that are in your life that you were not looking at because you were too afraid. And you weren't, this isn't even your energy. This isn't even your fear. I call all energy that does not belong to the individual of group 3 out of their energy, out of their aura. I clear them, cleanse them to their self and the highest vibrational version of themselves. So mote it be. Boom. There you go, baby. I'm going to pull some advice. I'm going to pull some advice from the astrology dice. You have 7, Aries and the moon. Yes. You are changing your mind. You're changing your mind. Okay, Mercury. Okay, you're changing your mindset. Now, this is interesting because the moon is intuition and emotions, and you got like a plethora of cups. Mercury, where'd she go? Mercury is neutral. So Mercury, this is your mind and also your communication. This is the way that you express yourself, and it's also, your mental energy. And the moon in astrology is your mind, it's your mental energy. But, moon rules the tides, and this is water and emotions and feelings and intuition. You are using your intuition and you are expressing your intuition. Now, you are putting yourself first. You are finally using your divine 7 impulses to guide you where you want to go. You're putting yourself first, and new relationships are coming into your life, and they're beautiful. They support you. These are divinely guided and divinely guided. But you've been so jaded by the people in your life that had literally your worst interest at heart, that when people who have your best interest at heart come in, you're kind of like, oh, shady, shady, shady. But it's like, no, you're actually in. There's this energy you need to release. I keep seeing 17. Like, I saw it on the recording time. I'm seeing it on my calendar. I'm seeing it in my everything right now. And there's a number 7 and there's an 11. So I'm just going crazy. Whatever. No, I'm not. So 17. You and your relationships, Aries and Libra, these things need to be perfectly balanced. If your relationships do not serve you, that is not your relationship. That is not a relationship that is meant to be in your life. If you are not serving your relationships, that relationship is not meant for you. Right? If you do not resonate with what's going on, if you do not feel good, if your intuition is giving you weird things, that's a no from me, dog. But if your intuition is telling you, go for it, yes. If this makes no sense to you and your heart's going thumpity, 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 thump, and your intuition is like, yes, get it, then yes, get it. Who cares? Aries, go for it. Who cares? So, your mind, there is mental energy here, but it's flipping. It's changing from overthinking pineal gland to intuitive pineal gland. This is what you need. This is what you are accepting into your life. And there's this devil energy that keeps trying to sneak out. And you're like, no, I will not overwork myself. I will not indulge in bad habits. I will not let other people talk me down, because they don't even know what the frick they're talking about. Because if they are not me, they do not know me. If they are not you, they do not know you. Okay? And people can only know you as deeply as they know themselves. And if these are people who do not know themselves and have not done the work, then they can go sit down. I'm sorry. Sit down. Shut up. Anyway. So we have 199. 1993. 1993 could be significant also. So, 9. Personal freedom. It's also the energy of future in alchemy. So we have 3, 6, 9. Damn group 3, you're fine. So 3 is the past, 6 is the present, and 9 is the future. So there's personal freedom that is coming for you in the future, but you are seeing this. You are downloading all of these things, and you absolutely see what's meant for you. Now, notice how this negative energy, the dark energy, it's in the past. It's behind her, right? But it's trying to sneak into her mind still. Now, there's this little bit of light that's streaming from her pineal gland, and there's this beautiful crow energy that's like light and angelic, and it's like, rah, like chasing all these away, right? You are guided. You are guided in so many different realms, so many different areas, so many different ways. Just know that everything light is also dark. Everything dark is also light. And if there are people who do not understand you and do not understand the cosmos and they do not understand what's going on, just write it off as they don't understand what's going on and they don't understand you. And the only one who really can understand you is you. All right. I'm going to leave your reading here, group 3. I really hope that this helped shed light and clarity on your situation. I love you so much, and you deserve to stand in your power because you have a lot of it. You are super intuitive. You are super amazing, and you do not deserve to get dragged down by MFers who do not know what the frick they're talking about. But if you ain't talking, I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? You know already what's going on. You have so much prosperity and abundance and opportunity that is coming for you. And I want you to grab it. I want you to fearlessly grab it. I want you to go take that trip. I want you to go travel. I want you to start that business. I want you to show up. I want you to drink more water. Say nice things into your water. We'll always tell you to do that. And show up with love. Show up with light. Know that you know what you know, and know that you're divinely guided at all times, and that everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to every single time. No exceptions, no cap. Period. I love you. I really hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, group 3. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this realm. And don't let the bastards get you down. Shitty singing. All right. I love you so much. And please drop a like, comment, or subscribe if this reading helped you. It really helps me keep helping me help you. So, thanks again, and namaste.